Good morning everyone, I hope we're well. Today's PSHE lesson is all to do with healthy sleep. So our learning goal for today is to understand what actually makes a healthy sleeping routine. So I'm going to begin the lesson with 2 rounds of this true or false activity. So here's round 1. For each statement on your screen, I would like you to decide if it's true or false and then give a reason why you think this is. Right, so to engage with this, you just need a pen and paper in front of you, please, and then you're going to read these 5 statements and answer those questions. So please pause the video to give yourself a chance to engage with this, and when you're ready for the solutions, please unpause the video. Alright guys, so here are your answers to round 1. Okay, so let's just quickly think about why these are the answers. Right, so teenagers need more sleep than adults, so that is actually true. So when whoever's at home is nagging you to go to bed, that's not just because they want some time to themselves in the living room, it's actually because research shows that the average teenager needs just over 9 hours sleep a night, whereas the average adult only needs 7 hours. Right, so you do need to go to bed earlier than your family at home. So our next one was sleeping in at weekends to catch up on sleep will help you feel refreshed on Monday. Guys, that is not true, and that can actually make your sleep worse. So an erratic sleep schedule, so that means an inconsistent one, so that makes it harder to fall asleep on Sunday night. So let's say on Sunday morning you have a lie-in and you're in bed till 11 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon. You're not going to be ready to go to bed until much later at night, so you're not going to be able to go to bed early enough. You won't really fall asleep, and it's just going to make things more complicated. So that's not a good habit to get into. The healthiest sleep routine is to just keep a consistent one. So third one was most teenagers on average get the right amount of sleep. That is false. Right, so due to problems highlighted above that we just talked about, most teenagers are actually sleep deprived. So most teenagers don't get over 9 hours sleep what they need, which is concerning. Okay, so the next one was it's recommended to have a small snack before break time. Yes, that's true. That can actually help your sleep. Don't have a massive meal, just a small snack that can be beneficial for your sleep. And then finally, it's helpful to use a phone app to help track and promote sleep. That is false. All right, little research has actually been done into these things, so that's not necessarily true. Alright guys, so round 2, same again, you've got 4 more questions to try. I want you to read each statement, decide if it's true or false, and give your reasons. Alright, so again, you're going to pause the video please, and when you're ready for your solutions, unpause the video. Right, so these are your solutions to round 2. So let's think about some reasons. So naps should be no longer than 45 minutes. Yes, that is true. Right, so naps can help with your sleepiness, but only just keep them between 15 and 30 minutes. Otherwise, it can make you difficult to fall asleep at night because you've had your sleep during the day. Right, so next one, so it's possible to counteract the effects of lack of sleep by drinking caffeine. False. Right, so if you're really sleepy, having a cup of coffee, a Red Bull, like energy drink, that can make you feel really good and have high energy for a short period of time. So it gives you that temporary energy boost, but it's a really bad habit to get into because it can have those detrimental effects over time. And caffeine, some people can get addicted to caffeine. So we've talked about this in year 7 last year. Caffeine it can be really bad for you if you have it too often, right? So it's not a good habit to rely on caffeine to keep you awake. Just get your sleep. Right, so next one, getting healthy sleep can improve your school results. That is absolutely true. So there is lots of research to suggest that students who get the best results in tests sleep more than their peers. So we know that sleep can improve brain functions such as memory, organisation, decision making and attention. So we done a PSHE session last year on sleep. I don't know if you remember, but one of the best ways to remember things throughout your day, in other words, remember what you've learned in lessons, is by sleeping, because sleeping has an amazing consolidation effect on the brain. Okay, and then last one, so using the phone at night, using the night setting on a phone means it doesn't have any effect on sleep. False, right? There's not too much research into this, right? So the best solution is just don't go on your phone right before you go to bed. Alright guys, so on your screen you can see 9 really important benefits of having a healthy sleeping pattern. So we spoke about this a lot last year. We always said that sleep is almost like a superpower. Like just by getting a healthy sleep routine, you can improve your long and short-term memory, you can reduce your stress, for example. I want you to decide which of these 3 benefits are most important to you. So I want you to take a moment to pause the video and I want you to write down 3. So let's say you're a keen athlete, so let's say you're a big fan of sports, you might value athletic performance improvements. Academic success, so good grades at school, is something that's really important to you. I hope it is. You might be focusing on increasing academic performance, but you're going to pause the video. I want you to write down which 3 of these do you value the most. Alright guys, so there's no right or wrong answer to this. Genuinely, I was just thinking about this myself. I find it so hard to choose between them because they're all so important to me. So it's very, very clear to see that having a healthy sleep routine has an incredibly important and vital role in our lives. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to look at a bit of a case study here. So here's a girl called Claudia. She's 12 years old. I would like you to pause the video and I want you to read through this paragraph and learn a little bit more about her life. And once you've done that, I want you to answer these 3 questions. So first of all, what habits might be preventing her from getting good quality sleep? What might be the consequences for her if she doesn't get good quality sleep? And finally, what could she do differently to get better quality sleep? Alright, so pause the video, have a read of the paragraph, and then see if you can get similar answers to me. So when you're ready for the answers, unpause the video. Alright guys, so I wonder if you've got something similar to me. Being a maths teacher, the first thing I wanted to work out exactly how much sleep is she getting. So I figured out that if she goes to bed at midnight and she sets her alarm for 7 AM, she's only getting 7 hours sleep, isn't she? And we know that's a problem because teenagers are supposed to have at least 9 hours sleep. So we know that needs to change. Other things I've noticed is that, well, she is eating and exercising very late. And maybe she should think about how to prioritize or reorganize her schedule so that she can get better sleep. Alright, so she does lots of great things. So she obviously studies really hard. She works hard in lots of sports, for example, like basketball and things like that. But can she find some more time for sleep? Right? Does she need to be on like watching TV and being on social media for that long? Because like midnight, that is a late time to go to bed if she needs to be up at 7. Right, so she needs to prioritize her sleep at some point there. Okay guys, so we have 2 more case studies. So just like before, please can you pause the video, have a read of the paragraphs, and can you note down anything that you think Ryan and Shaznay should change about their routines? Like, think, what tips can you give them? So you're going to pause the video and make some notes. Alright then, so in Ryan's case, clearly he needs to focus on reducing his stress. He can organise his school bag in the evening before bed, okay, so that could help. And he could try to do something calming and relaxing before bed, so that would give him a much better chance of getting a good night's sleep. Okay, so in Shaznay's case, she may be more affected by her phone than she thinks. So these regular disturbances during the night and looking at backlights before sleep, they lead to poorer quality sleep. It's really important that we know that that light, it has an effect on how well we can sleep. Okay, so to solve this, she should remove her phone from her bedroom at night and make sure it's turned off. Right guys, so, and I want you to think about the times you found it difficult to sleep. Right, so I want you to copy and complete this table and reflect on some possible solutions to this. So what I want you to do, I want you to complete the sentence. So it is difficult to go to sleep when. So could you give an example? So that might be something like, it's difficult to go to sleep when I've had a cup of coffee after school. And a solution to this might be, don't have a cup of coffee after school. Or if you do have a coffee, go for a decaffeinated option. So decaf coffee exists. and that's just one way to give yourself a better chance of sleep. Alright, so I bet everyone can come up with 3 rows in this table. So you're going to write this down, and so pause your video to give yourself a chance to complete it. Alright then, last task of the day. What I'd like you to do is I want you to list down what techniques or strategies could someone use to get better sleep. So just as a tip, a nice easy way to do this is just make a do's and don'ts list. Alright, so what should someone do to get a good night's sleep? What shouldn't someone do to get a good night's sleep? So this can just be nice, quick and easy bullet points. So just write down as many as you can think of, please. Okay, so if you're worried about your sleep, just make sure you can always speak to people. So if you're not getting a good night's sleep, just think about like a parent or carer, a teacher in school or a friend, and so on. Just so you're aware as well, the Childline website that has more advice about sleep for young people. So if you find this interesting or you just want to know more, just go on childline.org.uk, and they also have a phone number where you can always speak to somebody as well. An NHS number is 111 for non-urgent medical issues. If you have found that you've finished this lesson quite early, so if you're in class at the moment and you need more tasks to do, what you could be doing is designing a healthy sleep campaign. So this part is optional. Please don't spend any longer than 1 hour on this lesson, but if you need some more tasks to do, what you could do, you could create an advertising campaign to promote healthy sleep. So this could be it's all the information that we've learned today basically in the form of, say, a poster or a flyer. You could come up with your own tagline or slogan, a catchy song or rhyme, a logo, an information leaflet, and so on. So that is your extension task, guys. So anything that you've managed to do today, it would be great if you could submit it to me via Google Classroom. So just where this lesson was posted, if you could just say take a photo of what you've been working on, that would be really helpful. That just shows me that you've been engaging with the work. Alright, so if you have any questions as well, don't hesitate to get in contact, because I'll be working from my laptop. Alright, so thank you very much, guys. I hope you're all well.